Hello, welcome to Backchannel. My name's Kate. He's called producer Anna.
Oh, I'm still producer Anna.
You're called producer Anna. This isn't right. I've done all this wrong. I feel like, is that better? Is that right? I feel like I'm framed all wrong.
That's fine.
We had it
It's
sorted.
like, I feel like we're just chatting.
I know.
Producer Anna produces the wonderful Liv Harrison, who was
Who
just
was on
on.
before us?
Yes, thank you, Liv, and
Thanks,
producer Anna.
Liv.
But right now, I need to be Will.
You do need to be Will.
That's
Let's make you
better.
Will, because otherwise we can't be the unofficial Will and Kate if you are
If
a
I'm producer
producer
Anna,
Anna.
it's not the same, is it? It just doesn't work at
No.
all.
Hello, welcome to Backchannel. This is the only place to listen to and chat with hosts of live shows like us. We are right here on your Echo, and if you're in North America and on an Echo show, you can talk to us during the show, and we can see your comments and we can talk back to you, and that's what we really want to be able to do. So if you are on your Amazon Echo show, make sure that when you're talking, when you want to leave us a message, you say the device name. Use the word say and then put your message afterwards. So the things that you need to know are it cannot swear. So if you'll think, oh, it's accidentally going to misinterpret what I say, there is nothing bad can go on the screen in front of us. But it might be that your name, it may get your name slightly wrong, but we can make that right. We did
It's
that
like
last time on
predictive
Tuesday,
text,
didn't we?
isn't it? It's
Yeah, it
like
is. Yeah.
when you predictive text it wrong, sometimes it doesn't get it right.
The great thing is that you don't just have to be on an Echo show to take part. If you go to backchannel.tv, then you can put your comments into the web chat there as well. Obviously, it takes a couple more seconds to come through on that one. So if you are taking part, then bear with. But the point of this is that we get to chat. We get to chat about the day, chat about wherever you are in the world. And I do a podcast called Everyday Positivity, which is a daily podcast designed to help you remember to be kind to yourself. People in a positive mindset do better for themselves. So my aim in life is to help people think positively like you. And without Will, that podcast would not exist. So that's why Will's here too. So I like to think of this hour as a bit of an island of joy in your day, an island of positivity, an island of calm, an island of tranquility, however you want to do it. Which is why today we brought our knitting.
Yay! Woo! Yours
So
is
we're
bigger
going to
than
be
mine,
knitting with you
Kate.
today as well. So if I get a bit distracted, it's because I'm thinking about my crochet. Stacey says hello. Hello, Stacey. Nice to have you on board. Something to keep you thinking actually today. I want you to tell me your favourite TV character. I know it's a wild one.
It's a really tough choice.
I know. You
You
don't have
also
to answer right now, but let's get that in the chat and let's get that rolling.
you said to
Favorite
me
TV
also
character?
the one that you think you could be friends with,
Yeah.
which I
Right.
think is
So
which I think is like a little bit different and maybe a little bit more difficult.
did you not find? Oh, my glasses! I'm going to take those off. Did you not find that over lockdown, the TV became your best mate?
Yes, it did. Absolutely.
I know that sounds really funny, but TV becomes your best friend, and the characters. We watched Schitt's Creek during lockdown, and all the
Me
characters
too.
on that, I started worrying about them. I started having to check in. I was starting to talk like Moira. Like
Yes.
it was awesome. But I think I love telly, as we discovered last time. But it's World Television Day on Saturday, I think, or Sunday, one or the other. And I think the episode I think I'm planning to put out is about your favorite TV characters and why you want to be their friends. So have a think while we're talking. I've got some stuff I can talk to you about though. Something really lovely happened today.
What happened today, Kate?
Well, the first thing is that the cat has started using her cat litter in the right place.
That's good news. That's
Which is
what
good
you want.
news. We've got a dog coming to visit in a couple of weeks. I've been fretting about because she's a house cat. She's got a cat litter. I've moved the cat litter up 2 floors, like up 2 sets of stairs. And yesterday she really wasn't using it. It was very disgusting. But today we've got a few numbers on the clock, and she's using it. So that's a good
Hey,
thing.
that's saying.
I know. Few
Okay,
numbers
that's
on the
good.
clock. Well, we've got one of those automatic cat litters, so it counts upwards.
Oh, I see.
How many times she's been, so I know when to change
Right.
it. Anyway, the big bit of loveliness that's happened today is, I I was expecting my oven to be cleaned. Actually, that's a good point. The doorbell could go at any time and the oven cleaner could arrive.
That's okay.
But my oven is due to be cleaned. Pre-Christmas oven clean, OVS. Was expecting it at 1:00. At 1:15, the doorbell goes. I open the door to a man holding these.
Oh,
I know, right?
they're a
I'm
bit
like,
nice.
I know. And they're from my mum and dad.
Hmm.
And they've just sent me actually, I don't know what the card says, but it just is a little thinking of you because they know I'm really hectic at the moment, and
Yeah.
I think they're sensing that I've been a bit stressed and feeling a bit blue. And so I opened up the door and there was a man holding a bunch of flowers like this.
That's
Aren't they
nice.
gorgeous though? Like, look
They're
at them.
so gorgeous. I love those colors.
I know, and they've got, like, I think they're, like, taped in and on oasis, like, in some sort of an oasis. But isn't it magical how something like that, like, someone's put the time and effort in to make that into a beautiful bunch of flowers?
That's so nice.
And
Stacy said, I may not be able to see the flowers, but I can visualize them in my head.
Yes, I forget, sorry. If you're listening on your Echo and you don't have a screen, that's very, very bad of me to not do so.
Well,
So
if you're not.
let me tell you what they look like. So we've got this lovely bunch of flowers. They've got a little short little vase thing. I think there's an oasis inside it. So they're not like long stemmed flowers, but it's beautifully made like a big dome of flowers. And I've got yellow ones and orange ones and white ones. And there are some lilies in there, some white lilies in there, and some nice purpley thistles and some heather. It's gorgeous. And the thing is, my point is about this, that look, oh, okay, you do have a screen. Can you not see them? Are they not big enough? Oh, there you go. Can you see them? Ah, there we go. So I have a funny feeling I know what might come next. So the point of it is that there's that lovely moment when people are kind to you, and you just get that lovely warmth coming through you.
It's nice.
And so do not underestimate what a little bit of something can do for someone today.
We
That's all I want
talked.
to say.
We talked on our show on Tuesday earlier in the week about being kind and acts of kindness and how they can make you feel good because they release those happy chemicals in your brain. And I think sending somebody flowers is a top example of that.
Yeah, it is. And the thing is, it doesn't have to be as exuberant as a bunch of flowers.
No.
It can be something else. And my mum and dad are really good at things like this. So last Christmas, when I had my mid-afternoon strop that no one obviously knew me, and I'd bought all these presents for everybody and I hadn't got very many, and it was a very selfish, awful, childish strop. I got on Zoom with my mum and dad, and my mum then we opened presents from mum and dad, and mum had knitted me or crocheted me this blue star.
Oh.
I know, and it said with the note, it said, "For the times when you're feeling down, know that we love you, and for the times when you're feeling good, know that we love you," which is really,
That
really
is
sweet.
cute. Who doesn't love a
Yeah,
handmade
I know.
something?
So again, it's this idea of crafting for good, which is why I thought we should do our crochet and our knitting today.
Some crafting.
Stacey, I thought you might say that. I'm really sorry for being a bit slow to the cause there. Stacey's struggling to see because she's visually impaired. So I'm really sorry about that, Stacey. But yes, I've described them now, so keep everybody involved. Right then.
Beautiful.
Will, what's going on with you? You've had drama today, haven't you?
I've had some drama. It's been a busy morning. So the first thing that happened is that I went downstairs to make coffee and realized that I'd run out of coffee beans.
Oh my goodness, they didn't tell me this.
I know. So
Okay.
but I knew that I knew that this would happen earlier in the week. So I had someone order, but I thought they were going to come yesterday anyway. They just got delivered this afternoon. So instead, I bought Starbucks for me and my housemate and got it delivered to the house. So that was a
Oh, how
good bit of a
decadent,
win.
having coffee delivered to the house.
We're fancy here. Okay.
It is a sign that you are doing well to have Starbucks delivered to your
Because I
house.
could get a
Not that
man
you've
to
run
come
out
to
of
my
coffee
house.
beans.
Yeah.
Do you know
So
what
that
happened
was
today?
fun.
Do you know what happened today? I went to a client's house earlier on to do a session, and his PA said, "Can I get you a drink?" And I said, "Yes, please. Could I have a coffee, please?" She said, "From the machine?" I said, "Where else would it be from?" She said, "Instant." I went, "Oh no."
Oh no. Mm-mm-mm.
Oh no.
Um,
We're very lucky, aren't
my
we?
for my birthday, my mum and dad got me like a coffee bag. So think of a tea bag, but instead of it being full of teas, full of coffee. And they're like,
Uh-huh.
oh, well, we know that you don't like to have instant coffee when you come to our house. So we got you these so you can still have like nice, fresh, proper coffee, even when you're at mum and dad's house.
So that's brilliant. So they bought you a present that they're going to keep at their house.
And no, I bring them. So I keep them at my house, but every time I go and visit, I take a couple over.
I love that. My
Anyway.
parents bring decaf tea to my house in decaf tea
really?
bags. Yeah. I'm always like, we do have some. They're like, it's fine.
So anyway, then my coffee beans got delivered. It's the festive blend. So that drama resolved itself. Then,
So I need to do this. I need to get a coffee subscription. That's going on my Christmas list. Is a coffee bean subscription.
It's a good idea. I don't have one. I just try and time
Gift that keeps on
buying them
giving.
at
A
the right
subscription
time.
gift.
Yeah. So that happened, and that drama resolved itself. Then it was a lunchtime, and on Thursdays I kind of have a bit of a tight turnaround. So I either like make lunch the day before, or just like buy a sandwich.
Very organised.
And I thought I'd bought like a nice festive one, like a turkey and whatever bacon salady one. Turns out it was like brie and rocket. And don't get me wrong, like I'm not opposed to a brie and rocket sandwich, but
the thing is, whenever you're expecting turkey, and it's not, and it's brie, then that turkey just tastes off, doesn't it?
Exactly. I looked at it. It's funny. It's so funny that you said that, because I looked at it when I opened it. I was like, this turkey looked weird. Like, what does it look like this? Like, and then I even like checked the date on the package, and it turns out the reason why the turkey looked weird is because it was actually brie. So I mean, it was fine, and I ate it, and it was ace. But it just wasn't the same.
No, I think there's a lesson in that. There may be an episode.
The lesson is pay attention to what you pick up off the shelf, William.
No, the lesson is about the reframe, right? So the lesson is, if you're expecting turkey and you get brie, it's never going to taste good.
Is this like the sandwich version of when life gives you lemons?
Yeah.
When your festive sandwich gives you brie,
Yeah. No. Know that you've got brie. Brie's like a posh cheese.
Brie is ace. There is nothing wrong with brie.
I mean, look at you with your coffee beans and your posh fancy.
I know. It's whatever. I just said I don't have to worry about making tea.
It's that, oh no, my turkey is made of
Oh no. I've run out of my whole coffee beans. My festive sandwich is brie and not turkey. Woe be me. It's a hard life. I hope you feel sorry for me.
And the rainbow I make of that. So as I was coming up to the show now, I had a load of stuff. I was like, oh my goodness, everyone's getting hold of me. Like this. And I thought, no, these are good problems. Yes. Good problems.
Good problems to have. We like these kind of problems.
Yeah. So if you've got some good problems, if you've got good problems that you can share, then put them in the chat. Join the stream. Put them in the chat. You can put your, how do you do it, Will? You say your device name.
Yeah.
And then the word say. And then please put your good problem.
Yeah.
Like the problem you're glad you have is.
Stacey said.
TV characters, favourite TV characters.
Yes.
Pardon?
Stacey said, I don't have to worry about making tea thanks to my Aunt Tracy. She makes it for me.
Amazing. See?
It's nice. Good problem.
Not having to worry about making tea.
What are you crocheting today, Kate?
So I've gone for an easy crochet because I knew I would be talking at the same time. And anyone who has ever done any form of crafty knitting or crocheting and knows that when you have to count things, it starts becoming quite tricky. Whereas if you're just doing it as a straight line. Now, the other thing is this blanket is the absolute in I'm definitely a professional crocheter, professional hobbyist crocheter, because this is something I started for my nephew. It's like a blanket, crochet blanket. Really, it's navy blue and it's fluffy. It's a good baby blanket because it's got holes in it.
Yeah.
It keeps you warm, right? And so I'm making it for my nephew Josh. And my nephew Josh, I started it when he was born, or just before he was born, in the bid to give it to him. My nephew Josh is now 3. and
Okay.
has a little brother called Alfie.
That's funny. But you know
So
what?
there I am thinking, we make things for other people and, we do them. I do them, but I clearly ran out of steam on this one.
Yeah, you might just be might just be
But it
starting
is really
school
nice
by the
as
time
I
you get
hold it
to
up
it.
to you now. This navy fluffy wool is so nice that,
Can you
I might end up keeping it for myself at this rate.
maybe? Can you
But
hold it
yeah,
up for us
very
again?
funny. What do you make? Pardon?
Can you hold it up for me again? Thank
It's
you.
not. I mean,
I'm
it's
gonna
probably good for a baby blanket now if I did it rectangularly, but I wanted to make it a bit bigger than that
yeah.
and
I
also now he's 3.
I want to do a blanket at some point. I started one once, but I got my numbers a bit wrong, and it
Oh, I
was
just
gonna.
make it up. And
Well,
also, if you
yeah,
do it with a big needle, then it goes
it goes faster.
faster, and you can do it for longer. So
Um, my I wanted to do like a rainbow one, like a multicolored strips that I was gonna stitch together, but I got my numbers wrong on my each column. Each color was going to be too narrow, so it would have been more
Mm.
like a sock than a blanket,
See, this
more
is the
like a
thing about
flannel.
crochet and knitting. There's too many numbers in knitting.
Yeah, I try not to follow
Crochet is
patterns
that
because there's
wobbly.
too much
It's wobbly
counting.
enough that you can just make it up a bit as you go along and get away with it.
Yeah,
Crochet is the winging it of knitting.
that's good. Knitting's like more haphazard cousin.
Well, knitting you've just got to get right, whereas crochet you don't have to get right. You can kind of go oops, and then it's fine.
Oh,
In fact,
agree.
there's a whole like crocheting movement which is about just doing random stuff, like
Yeah.
what shape we're going to come out with, just
Well, let's
bloop
find out.
bloop. So yeah, that's my crochet noise. So let's do some breathing.
Oh yeah,
We haven't done any breathing.
we haven't.
So I genuinely believe that I'm not the only one who feels like they're living at 100 miles an hour. And I've had an injury in my shoulder. I've had it recently. This all adds up. Bear with me. I've been hurtling through as we get back into. So, what's happened in my world is during lockdown, business pivots. Coming out of lockdown, all the old stuff comes back, and I've got the new stuff. And I think everyone's a bit like that, right? So everyone is like either in the office or they're not, but now they're doing both.
Yep.
So there's kind of like we've got this double life at the moment where there's lots and lots and lots and lots going on, and we haven't kind of recalibrated yet. I don't know if we're ever going to. And so what I want to do in this hour that we spend together on a Tuesday and Thursday is just create this kind of island of calm. And just, that's why I've brought the crochet today. Because then, if you're a crafter and you want to take part and join in with your crafting, then please do, book this time out to go, whoop, that's just my peace time. So should we do some breathing?
Let's.
Okay. The shoulder, no, I know. I went on a voice coaching weekend with a gammy shoulder and a lot of stress and came away thinking, "Oh, I'm better now."
Mm.
Hard, isn't it? And
Yeah.
all that we did was just tons of breathing. So I think that's the answer. It's my new answer. Water and breathing. That's the answer. Let's do it. Welcome to the people who are joining the stream. Stacey says going to church helps her feel calm. Amazing. Amazing. Okay, here we go. So get yourself level. Whatever you're doing now, just stop. If you're standing up, just put both feet flat on the floor. If you're sitting down, put your arm on the floor, on the seat, and make sure your feet are on the floor so that you've got the earth coming back at you, so you feel really grounded. And then drop those shoulder blades. Don't tug them back. Don't pull your shoulders back. I just want you to maybe put them up towards your shoulders and then just drop them down. And you should feel like you've got weights on the back of your shoulder blades. I think that's probably the best way to describe it. Pull your chin in slightly so that your head goes back and your neck goes straight. And breathe. However you want to. You can close your eyes as well at the moment. Just take a few breaths that are yours. And now as you breathe, I want you to think about the out breath and really empty out your belly. So you breathe into the bottom of your lungs and then until you have nothing left. And then follow with a breath in and then blow out. And keep doing that as I talk. Because what we're doing here is by doing the big breath out, you're forcing a deep breath in, which I think is a very clever thing. So let's do 8 breaths from here in your own time. Keep that breath out really long. Okay, and just do one more here. And bring yourself back. Okay. Amazing. How are you feeling now?
Feeling good.
Every time works, huh?
Feeling focused. Feeling grounded. Feeling calm.
Nice. Okay. So what have we got in the good news? What's your good news today? Apart from your brie and your sandwich, which is good news, really.
Apart from my brie sandwich.
Turkey disaster.
Turkey disaster is the name of my Christmas cookbook. No. Where should we...
Thanksgiving cookbook as well. Which is next week.
Cookbook too.
Yeah.
Where should we start with good news? There's so much to talk about.
There is quite a lot.
Can I start with Dolly news, or do we have to save
Dolly
news until
news?
Tell everybody why we do Dolly news, Kate.
Okay, so tell everybody. Hey, everybody. We do Dolly news because Dolly is the patron saint of everyday positivity. She is the woman that embraces everything that there is to be positive. Now, she is the absolute in. Oh, Dolly's off. She's the absolute in my version of positivity, which is that you don't paste a smile over the cracks of life. That's not positivity. Positivity is about knowing that you have the skills and you can cope with the cracks of life, because life, it's got cracks. And that's where the light gets in, as Leonard Cohen would say. So tell us about Dolly's novel.
So Dolly's got a book coming out, her debut novel, if you will. It's coming out in 2022. It's next year. It's titled Run, Rose, Run. And it's kind of co-authored with James Patterson.
Yes, so he does this, James Patterson.
Yeah, it's like
a thing.
It is, yeah. What's it called? Where you like work with somebody.
Collaboration.
Oh yeah, I think the word I was looking for was duet, but yeah, it's like they're collaborating on a book. It's like a literary duet.
This is like Dolly Parton and Kenny Rogers in book
form. But it's a book. A literary duet. It's a thinking. Yeah. So the book's called Run, Rose, Run, and it's based on a young woman's life. The character obviously is Rose. It's about Rose who moves to Nashville to pursue her dreams of being a musician, but kind of encounters danger and desire. Is what?
Desire as well.
A danger and desire. So there you go, Dolly Parton, debut novel. She's expanding even more. She's done stage, movies, TV, music. Now she's
Maybe
moving
she'll
into.
send. I don't know if this one will be appropriate for the kids that she sends her the books out to. Might not be, but James Patterson, I am a fan of, and actually, I've got
Yeah.
I've got an episode sitting in the bank of episodes to do, which I think I'm going to do for next weekend's journal prompt, about this concept of roots and wings, which I got out of an Alex Cross book, which is a James Patterson book.
Yeah.
So it talks about this. So there are two things I got from James Patterson: the phrase "cool beans." That's something that is in his the James Patterson.
Was that his?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure it's not his specifically, but one of the characters in his book says "cool beans" all the time. Might have even been one of the killers.
Yeah.
But yeah, it says "cool beans," and then there was another one where the main character goes to visit a woman. She lives in the woods, and she talks about giving her children roots and wings. This idea that if you give them
Yes.
strong roots, then it gives them the freedom to fly. And I love that concept so much. And I've since come across it, like other people have used it in terms of like family members and stuff like that.
Mhm.
So yeah, so I'm really like I really love it, and I really like James Patterson. I need to catch up. So I read about 3 of the Alex Cross novels, and I went on holiday recently, and someone was reading a James Patterson book, so I looked it up, and it turns out there are 29 Alex Cross books.
Oh my
James
goodness.
Patterson got a bit of catching up to do. So, and when you think of it like that, you're like, no wonder he's teaming up with other authors.
Yeah.
So Bill Clinton, he's done one with, like I think it's called "Find the President" or something like that. And Bill Clinton
Of
and
course
James
it
Patterson
is.
have
Of
written a
course it
book
is.
together. But Dolly Parton and James Patterson, I think, is a winning combo. I think that to me, that's like 2 of my favourite things in one place.
That's a good one. Also, it's a incredible opportunity for us to book both Dolly Parton and James Patterson
Yes,
on Backchannel to promote the book
in
Run
the new
Rose Run.
year.
Don't you think?
Well, I think that might be a job for you, babes.
Well, yeah, but what a great opportunity. Not that we're looking for an excuse to book them on the show, but still
So we're on the road to Dolly.
on the road to Dolly.
On the road. It sounds like one of her songs.
It's or her documentary about how she became Dolly Parton that we know and love.
Yeah, so that would be really good. It'd be interesting though, because it's one of those where it's like, I'd be really interested to know how much writing like Dolly actually does. Is it that Dolly
Yeah.
and James get in a room? Yeah, I've got a friend who writes songs for the likes of like Nick Jonas and stuff like that, and she writes with him. And the process generally is they just do like a really deep chat, like a
Yeah.
really deep, like, what's going on in your life? How is everything with you? What's happened? And in the end, the writer turns all of those things into a song or whatever that
What a cool
uh,
job.
I know what a cool job. It's like partial therapist, partial storyteller.
Yeah. You just get to sit and chat with them about like really deep and intimate stuff, personal stuff, and then you get to turn it into a song or a book or
I know.
whatever.
I know. So yeah, that's a good one, that one.
Bobby joined the stream. Hi Bobby. Kate, how can people get in touch?
So if you've joined the stream, welcome. The point of Backchannel is that you can talk live to the hosts on this platform, which is brand new technology. Like no one else is really doing this. And to do it, you talk to your Amazon Echo, and it helps if you've got an Amazon Echo show for this to work. But you say the device name, use the word say, and then put the message afterwards. So there are a couple of things that we're talking about. We talked about favorite TV characters. So which of the TV characters in the world do you think you'd be a really good best friend with? And then what was the other thing we just did? What did we just do? We just did it.
What's like your turkey sandwich situation? What's your good
Good
problem to have?
problems.
What's your
What's a
good problem
good
to
problem
have?
to have? My good problem to have is the oven cleaner hasn't turned up yet.
Oh,
You know, not a bad problem.
I know.
Not a bad problem whatsoever. Because I'm still gonna have a clean oven by the end of the day.
Exactly.
Ready for my Christmas cooking.
So
Which is
excited.
good. Yeah, very good. I'm quite enjoying this crochet malarkey as well. This is good. This has been nice because it gives it an hour of calm in the day.
When was the last time you just sat and did crochet for an hour?
And a chit chat.
I know.
I mean, maybe Thursdays could be crochet and a chit chat.
It's not a bad idea.
Knit and chit chat.
Crafty Thursdays.
Knit and chat. Knit chat. Chit chat.
I think we can come
Nap.
up with a better name for it. I mean, no offense, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so shall I give you my bit of news that made me smile?
Yes, please.
So I was reading this week about a study that that has been done with a bunch of London cabbies, like the taxi drivers around London.
Yeah.
So the thing that's notorious about the black cab drivers in London is that what they do is they know the routes around London. So a bit of local knowledge, we call it. They can get
Yeah.
you around. You know, it used to be you'd have the London A to Z, which is like this big ring-bound map, very classic looking map with yellow roads and everything in it. And the cab drivers didn't need it. They'd know exactly, oh yeah, I know where we're going. Yeah. And then they'd go all the way around the houses and get you there the quickest way. And obviously, since Google Earth or Maps or whatever has come in, that's less needed.
Mm-hmm.
However, London cab drivers still have that particular power to do that. They have that really good memory and that really good visual memory, right? So they've been part of a study about what happens in your brain when you're like that. And it turns out that for that to be able to happen, for your memory and your visualization to be that good, you have a large hippocampus area, right? So, and it's the same in like, I think I want to say dolphins, but I'm pretty sure it's things like squirrels and things like anyway.
Yeah.
Animals that have to fight, like have good visualization, have large hippocampus areas. I'm patting the back of my head because that's where it is. So large hippocampus equals better memory. And so the idea is that you can grow your hippocampus by doing all these memory techniques. And what they're finding is that by doing that, they're trying to find links to Alzheimer's. So these black cab drivers have helped find some help in the getting your memory right.
Because they know the way around London.
And
like
protecting your brain from Alzheimer's, because it's all to do with memory and all to do with improving your memory. So repeated tasks, things like that.
It's amazing. And
Yeah,
what a
I
great
think
skill.
it's amazing.
What a great
Did you know
skill
that
to
one
be
of
able
the
to know.
Did you
all
know
that.
one of the best things that you can do is for your brain health is to do things like learn a dance and repeat it.
Yeah.
So it's that idea of doing something repetitively, something new, and something that means you have to think of more than one thing at any one time. So it's about, using the music and then physically doing something. So it's using your brain and your body at the same time. I don't think knitting counts.
No, probably not. But
I tried to ask the neuroscientist teacher that I was working with said, could public speaking be like, learning a talk? She went, no. Oh, that's that marketing plan down the drain. So yeah, that was my lovely bit of good news. And then the other thing that I really wanted to share with you is, again, it's that act of kindness. So obviously I got my flowers, but what one thing that happened this week was I think in a meeting with you, I was asking a friend something on WhatsApp, and I checked in on my WhatsApp, and another friend had sent me a picture of a baby goat. I was in this meeting going, like this, baby goat. I was like, oh, that's joy. That's so much joy. It just made me laugh out loud. And I thought, again, we talk about delivering acts of kindness to people. It doesn't have to be a bunch of flowers. It doesn't have to be that extravagant. It could just be a picture of a baby orangutan.
By any chance, is there an upcoming episode of Everyday Positivity about this, Kate?
Yeah.
That's funny because I saw the title of the episode that's called
Baby Goats and Orangutans.
And I thought, I wonder what on earth that could be about. Has Kate finally lost the plot? No.
Yeah, I have.
Okay.
I have.
Fine. That's it. Well, that's nice. And did it work? Did it help you take a break, distract you from the manicness that's having a meeting with Will?
Well, I just think, you aren't manic, but I think what I'm talking about here is little shots of things are really good for you. So, we do that breathing and it takes us all of a minute, maybe two, right? Mm-hmm. And in doing that breathing, we stop that overstimulation from the day. We bring ourselves back down again. It means that if we did that 3 times a day, we probably sleep better at night because we haven't got ourselves overstimulated.
Because you're lowering the thing.
Yeah. And so you're like, right, well, that only took a minute and a half, maybe 2 minutes. So if you're looking to improve your sleep and improve your positivity, my daughter last night, for example, oh my goodness, she was in a right grump. Could
Mhm.
everything. She had 2 left feet. Couldn't get her to stop whinging about anything. And she and I got she shared a bed with me last night because Mr. Cocker is away. So she was like, "Can I sleep in with you?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." Got into bed with her, did that thing you're not supposed to do, and started watching some telly with her, like put
Yeah.
something on Netflix. Honestly, it was 9:21 when I checked the screen, when I checked my clock. 9:26, my Fitbit says I fell asleep.
You needed it.
And both of us woke up this morning and went, "This is brilliant." So my new plan for the next few weeks is early night Wednesdays.
Good.
Total
Like that.
joy. So we're gonna have an early
Mhm.
night on a Wednesday. But she was much better today as a result. So sleep's absolutely vitally important. And then when you get your when your friends send you something that in the middle of a manic moment can just get that surge of dopamine or whatever it is that makes you go
Mhm.
ha like that.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Again, those little moments, those sparkles of joy through the day have a similar impact, surely. Like, otherwise, if you're working or in a work environment that's quite under pressure, or if you've got lots on, or you're thinking about a lot of things and you've not got that time to just lull in the day, little moments like that can make a massive difference.
Can I tell you my favorite thing in the whole wide world?
You can tell me your favorite thing in the whole world because it means I will stop speaking for a second.
It's you do that. Take a breath. It might not be my favorite thing in the whole wide world, but it's pretty up there in the list. It's when a friend sends me a TikTok video or they tag me in something funny on Facebook because, and let me tell you why. Because they're like, this is so silly. Will's gonna love this. This is so ridiculous. It made me think of Will. This this person doing an impression of Christopher Nolan at the coffee shop. Will's
Yep.
gonna love this. This is ace. This is right up Will Street, and that makes me happy.
It makes you happy that people are thinking about you enough to go, "This will make you laugh."
I like it when somebody sees something silly, and it makes them think of me.
That's
That
a
makes me
nice way
feel
to be
good.
thought of, isn't it? A bit of silly.
Yeah, I love it. Yesterday,
Oh,
I
we're
was in
off. Go on.
I was in a dead silly mood.
A dead silly mood.
I was in a dead silly mood. I don't know what came over me. I finished work at like a normal time.
Good.
Just
This is
dead
good for
silly.
you. This is
I,
positive progress.
I started singing Mulan. We were watching The Simpsons. It
Oh,
was
you
just
don't know what to do with yourself now, do you? Now you're working normal hours.
it's a bit of a
I need to give you
like.
something to do.
Are you telling me that singing Mulan is not something that you should do when you finish work?
No, I'm saying that Moana, it might be better.
How dare you? We're a big Mulan household. My sister,
And have you watched
the live action
live
version.
action? So I'm gonna tell you something. I've watched a lot of Disney movies in my time. I've never seen any Mulan.
Kate.
Does this need to go on the list of films to watch?
It needs to be like I think you need to clear the rest of your day. I don't care who your meetings are with.
I can't do that.
I'm not interested. No excuses. I'm sorry. I'll take them if you want. Like I'll happily talk to your client. I'm really sorry. Like something's come up for Kay. She's not gonna be able to make it. She's got to watch Mulan.
Okay, so I've got to watch
So
Mulan, I've got to watch 9 till 5, and I've
yeah,
got to watch I've written it down somewhere that.
something. But yeah, and then this.
I think we could probably do with doing a bit of some sort of film club or podcast club or something
There's definitely a way to do like a movie night.
on Backchannel.
No, maybe not on Backchannel, but it's been done in the past
Do we
elsewhere.
do you want
And
like in the Facebook group?
yeah, like in the Facebook group. So if you're not a part of the Facebook group, uh, it's
Head
Everyday
to
Positivity with Kate Cocker. Search it in
Everyday
groups in
Positivity
face.
with Kate Cocker. Yeah, sorry, I'm just saying it again because I talked over you in the first place.
That's fine. If you
So
could just
let's just start that bit
should we do
again.
it? Should we do it in a round like row row
Yeah,
row you boat?
yeah. You do the first word, I'll do the next word.
Oh no. Everyday Positivity with Kate Cocker.
Is the name of the Facebook group. You've got to look at Facebook groups, otherwise you won't find it.
Yep.
Oh,
And that's where if Kate or I are doing something, that's where you'll find out about it.
yeah, you will.
And if we ever get around to hosting a Mulan movie night,
We'll be straight in.
supposed to
Mulan movie
be.
night. Movie nights might be quite fun.
Yeah,
Quite like
it
this
might.
idea. Quite like this idea.
We've had tons of great ideas whilst we've been doing Backchannel.
I know. It's a nice little space. It's our little island in the world.
An
So
island in the stream, if you will.
it is an island in the stream. Fantastic. Fantastic. Okay, so should we play today's episode?
I think we should.
Today's episode is something that has been playing on my mind for a good few weeks. I had a bit of an epiphany about 2 weeks ago, and well, let's just say this was it.
Dun dun dun.
There is something that happens when it comes to serving yourself. I don't know about you, but I am a little bit rubbish at making sure that I do things for me. So here's my example. When I have a gym session that's a group session and it starts at 6 a.m, I am there at 5:57 ready to go. When I have a gym session that is me doing my programming on my own time for me, that starts at 6, I've said to myself the night before, right, I'll be in the gym at 6. I get to the gym at like 6:13. It happens when I do my artwork as well. So I find it really easy to paint and draw and bake for other people. Really difficult to do a private project for myself. And so what I want to share with you is something that I've been trying to say to myself a lot more recently, which is this: take yourself seriously. Because if I'm not taking myself seriously, if I'm not respecting myself, my space, my time, why should anyone else? And I think the key to this is remembering that you would never be late for someone else, and you would experience joy in crafting something for someone else. So if you treat yourself like you treat someone else, then today you can take yourself seriously. You can be on time for you. You can create something for yourself. You can bring yourself up the priority list just a touch more. I got a really nice message from Lili in the Everyday Positivity Facebook group saying, absolutely loved the podcast this morning on Take Yourself Seriously. I absolutely feel like you, Kate. I really need to pull the finger out with procrastination when it comes to serving myself on my projects. Thank you for the inspiration.
It's so important.
Do you think you take yourself seriously? Oh.
I think I take
I'll just wait here.
Thanks. If you could just hold that. I don't know, okay, is the answer to that. I think I take everything quite seriously in the literal sense. But here's what I've discovered recently, okay?
Oh, okay.
Is that, as you know, I've made some changes in the way that I work so that
Yes.
I can work less at the weekends and
Yep.
so that I can finish my workday a little bit earlier. And
Yep.
it turns out that when you've taken time to do stuff for yourself, when you've put yourself first, when you've put yourself at the top of the priority list for a bit,
Take yourself seriously.
when you take yourself seriously, then when the time comes, you do better work or you
Yes.
perform better.
Yes.
In other situations.
Yes.
Who'd have thunk it, you know?
Who would have thunk it?
So at the weekend, I didn't do any work for the first time in ages and ages and ages. Didn't do any work. This week, been dead productive. I've like, not to blow my own trumpet, but I've done a good job in the work that I've been doing. My work's been good.
Because you're quite a swift worker, I think.
Yeah.
You in your work, you know, I'm an expert in your work as well as you are an expert in your work, and I think you work quite swiftly. So
Okay.
it must be. So I imagine that when you're rested and clear of head trash.
Yeah. Because it's easier to focus, less likely to procrastinate because I don't feel like I need to steal time back for myself.
Yeah.
And yeah.
So we talk about this a lot, don't we? In that, well, we have been recently. In that, at some point, your brain kicks in and goes, "No more. You've got to stop."
Penny dropped.
And that you hit that point in the day, I mean, I certainly do, where I go into wafty mode.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to really manage that. And that's why I think that this idea of early night Wednesdays might be a keeper for a bit, because I do find that I mean, this is the best Thursday I've had for ages, because I've just been hurtling Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Thursday, absolutely knackered, shattered.
Yeah.
And then Thursday, Friday are useless days. So
knackered and shattered are both very British words to mean very tired.
I know they are. Shattered's a sleepy. Knackered means something else completely.
Okay.
So,
Exhausted.
Shattered's a communal word, isn't it?
I don't think they have shattered in North America.
Okay.
If I'm wrong, if you let me know in the chat.
What's the word you use when you're really tired? Tell your Amazon Echo to say what it is that
Pooped
means that you're really tired. What's the word you use for really tired? Say is the important word here. It's the instruction. It's the absolute instruction. And if you aren't on an Amazon Echo and you want to take part in the chat, then please head to backchannel.tv, because you can get into the web chat there. Oh, and also, if people comment on YouTube, it comes through here, doesn't it?
It comes through here. Like Laura said, I love these hangouts. Hee hee.
Oh, I haven't had that yet.
Oh, yes, because you have to click on some different stuff. But that's what Laura said. So thanks, Laura.
Thanks, Lara.
We love.
I like that you know you've got people to. I can't see that. You have to show me that one after the show.
We'll talk. We'll debrief.
We'll talk offline. So yeah, please take part. What are the words that you use? What's the word you use when you're really tired?
That's a good one. Okay. Which TV character would you be friends with?
Either Liz Lemon out of 30 Rock or Leslie Knope out of Parks and Rec.
You and Leslie Knope, I think, probably would be unstoppable.
I think you're correct. She's very good. The bit that I like about Leslie Knope plays this counsellor, doesn't she? She's a counsellor. She works in the Parks and Rec department at the
Pawnee. City Hall.
In a program called Parks and Recreation. She's played by Amy Poehler.
Yeah, thank you.
And season 1, she's a bit of a mess. Season 2 onwards, she's the right amount of mess, isn't she?
She's a different kind of mess.
Yeah, so she kind of pulls herself to. The character kind of evolves into a very capable human being, because I think she's always been a very capable human being, but they kind of decrease the level of mess and make her a bit more human, I think.
Yes.
In the following, and that's what makes her so wonderful, because she's so like flawed that she's like a real human being. And the same with Liz Lemon. Liz Lemon is absolutely brilliant at what she does, but has these kind of real flaws. And in fact, I'm channeling like like Liz Lemon today, because she's like, I studied crochet in the season break. She crochets a blanket. Is that crocheting a blanket?
That's funny. And Leslie Knope makes a
quilt.
Like a quilt. She's quilt making.
Yeah, because to bring all her families together, the families that she's getting together. But the thing that Leslie Knope is very good at is the birthday present thing.
Yes.
And I buy good birthday presents, but what I would say is that I am a last minuter. I'm like, oh no, it's this person's birthday today, and I've forgotten. So, what about you?
Before I go to there, Laura said, I agree. Season 1, Leslie Knope, she was a bit robotic and came to her own in the following seasons, which she did. Yeah. Parks and Rec is definitely one of those shows that I just have on repeat.
Yeah, we just put it on the background in our house.
When I need background noise.
And do you play the game at the beginning? So we and we do all the movements that you can't see if I do that. We do all the movements of the characters. So like I think Anne goes like this.
No, I don't play that game.
Like that. Andy goes with his guitar. I can't do it. There we go. Near with his guitar. So we do. Oh no, that is Anne Perkins. That's Rob Lowe's character.
Yeah, Chris Traeger.
So yeah, so that's the game. You have to play the game. You have to mirror what the actions
Okay.
of the people on the
Next
screen.
time, I'll do that.
Next time, you
I'll do
watch
it in front
out.
of
You
all my
will win the game.
housemates. So that's one of the shows I always have on repeat. And the other show that I always have on repeat is Schitt's Creek.
Yes,
And I feel like me and David
David.
would be good friends.
I think you and David would be good friends.
David. Ooh, David.
Because he's a very nice young man,
Yeah.
just like you.
And we're both like a little bit pretentious. I think
Well,
both
yeah,
like
we
the
discovered that today, haven't we? In the I don't like my brie because it's not turkey,
turkey.
and I have to have a well, I'm a bit the same about my coffee.
Yeah.
I have to have a bag of coffee rather than instant coffee.
Absolutely.
Doesn't instant coffee when you get really used? Oh my goodness, I'm going to say something so British now.
Please.
When you get really used to like coffee beans, like making a coffee with beans or ground beans or whatever. When you drink instant, doesn't it taste like Bovril?
It does. I hate Bovril.
It
I hate
tastes
even
really
the word.
beefy.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if people. It was like Bovril's like a beef drink, isn't it? It was like a yeasty beef drink. I don't even know what it is. It's so British. It's like at one point everyone drank Bovril. So I remember in like the 80s. Oh, I'd love a Bovril.
I'll pay you to never say yeasty beef drink on Backchannel ever again. If you never say that ever again, it will be too soon, Kate. Please. Is that okay? Do you think we can come to that agreement?
Oh, man alive. I didn't even think of that. That's what it is, though.
And you're not wrong.
Like Marmite's a yeasty slop.
It is that you put on toast. And you're factually correct. I just never want to hear it. I don't think I'm asking for too much, really. Yeasty beef drink. It's gross.
Oh, that's probably giving me the giggles. Oh, that's so funny. It's like drinking gravy, basically.
It is like drinking gravy. And if you're into that, that's fine. But
totally into that. I don't know. It used to be Ovaltine and Bovril. And in our house, the only time we ever talk about Bovril now is when we're not really bothered about something.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Not even Bovriled.
I'm a Bovriled.
I'm a Bovriled. Yeasty beef drink.
Stop it. It's been controversial now.
I think we've learned a few things today. What have we learned today, Will?
Oh my goodness. Dolly Parton has a book coming out.
With James Patterson.
Yes, which we're very excited for.
Yeah.
Black cab drivers
have a large hippocampus.
Have a large hippocampus because they know all the way around London and back.
We're not sure on the Moana versus Mulan situation, but we'll work that out in future.
Very controversial. Could lead to a fallout, but I think it's going to be fine.
Make sure that you are putting moments of calm in your day.
Yes.
And take yourself seriously.
Take yourself seriously. Bump yourself up the priority
list. Oh yeah. Listen, if you're enjoying Backchannel or if you're enjoying being part of the stream, then please head over to the Everyday Positivity Facebook group, Everyday Positivity with Kate Cocker. In there, you'll find out about the hangout that I run once a month for the Everyday Positivity listeners, which is totes free. And on Zoom, all you have to do is sign up at the event on the Eventbrite link, which is on the Facebook group. So make sure that you're in the group and that you can see it. It's a public group, to be fair. So if you came looking in, you'd be able to see in the group. So you don't have to join the group. You can just come and have a look and then make sure you join the event. And that's on Saturday, 5 p.m. UK time, 12 noon Eastern time, and then 9 a.m. Pacific time. And it's always great fun. We're going to be talking about how you can reset and recharge for the new year, which I'm really excited about.
Yes. It's called The Wheel of Life, and it's a bit of a look back. And
yeah, we're going to have a chat about some of those factors.
It's good, isn't it?
So, yeah. We are. And then if not, we're back next Tuesday, aren't we?
We are back next Tuesday. I'm trying to find if I was more prepared. Oh, no, here it is. Okay, so yes, we're back next Tuesday. But in the meantime, don't go anywhere because there's still loads to come on Backchannel today. We've got Anthony Davis.
Lovely Anthony Davis.
Who's British but lives in California.
And he'll know what Bovril is.
He'll know what Bovril is, and I'm sure I'm sure he's well versed. He's a very intelligent man.
If you're on, ask him about Bovril. Tell him Kate sent you. Ask him about Bovril.
Please tell Anthony Davis that Kate sent you to ask about Bovril.
Yeah.
If that happens, that will make me so happy.
Yeah.
He is on from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Eastern time. So if you're not in Eastern time, I'm sorry, but you're going to have to work that out for yourself. And then from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. is your pal Hal Rudnick. He's on to round out the day on Backchannel. So make sure you check that out as well.
Nice. All right. Well, we'll see you Tuesday.
See you then.